Why Drake mainly targeted The Weeknd and Kendrick?
I think
Weekend music
it's
getting played in all those
Draco is
spots
all
where
about
boys got a little
the
more
moment we
pride.
arrive.
That's
Part two.
hilarious.
Abel Tesfaye, aka The Weeknd, had a problem. There was this man that had taken a special interest in his career. Now, I know what you're thinking. How is that a problem? Well, this man's name was Drizzy Drake. See, Drake had a
He got a meal. I remember when he first started. That's crazy.
reputation of signing an artist, then turning them into his glorified writers. That's why they call his label the OVO Sweatshop. But you see, the Weeknd I'm talking about isn't the Weeknd you know today.
Drake gave a
This
Weeknd
is
a
the
career.
Weeknd Broke Boy Weeknd from way back when. This is
Boy,
like
I ain't never seen
he's just
a
starting
young
out. But
Weeknd.
here's the thing, as some of you may
That's
know,
like Saturday morning right
even
there.
when the Weeknd was just starting out, from his very first songs, he made a huge splash in the industry. Everyone wanted to sign him. And the craziest part was no one knew what he looked like. For the first year of The Weeknd's career, he was just releasing music and not showing his face.
Bruh, if I ever did real music, bro, it will be like that, bro. You wouldn't even see my face. It wouldn't even be under the name Chill Miyagi. It'd be under a different name. Like Triple X Skeleton or something like that. I don't know. Triple XL Skeleton.
The Weeknd was the hottest commodity of an artist. So someone goes over to Drake and says, "Yo, Drake, you gotta sign this kid. He's going."
Bro, that was fire. I ain't gonna lie. It's one of those things where it looks dope, but only Drake can do that. Like that, when you see somebody else with it, it's like I don't know, G. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? It's just like when you see Dennis Rodman with the different color hair, fire. You know what I'm saying? You see other people with it, it's like, I don't know, bro.
Gonna be the next thing out. Drake goes, he alright. The Weeknd starts really getting some buzz around the city. For those of you that don't know, he's from the same city as Drake, Toronto. Drake starts saying, okay, he might be pretty good. He starts playing The Weeknd on his radio. He starts giving The Weeknd compliments here and there. And he eventually gets a meeting with The Weeknd. The Weeknd says, appreciate you, bro, but I don't really want to sign to you. Respectfully, Drake goes, that's not a problem. I'm not a sensitive guy. No big deal. The Weeknd goes, let me explain a little further. I really appreciate you, but again, I just don't want to sign to another artist. And The Weeknd had a very valid point. Usually how record labels work is there's super big record labels that you normally hear of that sign an artist directly. Then there's artist record labels wherein artist kind of signs you, but they are still signed to their label. So you have to give your money to that artist, and then that artist gives their money to their label. Some of you
Is that not a pyramid scheme? Is the music industry not a pyramid scheme?
So you have to give your money to that artist, and then that artist gives their money to their label. Some of you may know Travis Scott's Cactus Jack Records. Some of you may know Drake's OVO. And there's a bunch of artists at this time that had record labels of their own. But there was a key factor to these labels. All the artists under them would never be as big as the artists who own the label. On top of that, you giving your money to an artist and then a record label. And on top of that, they don't even have time for you because they have their whole own career to worry about. Drake goes, all good, broski.
So what is the whole deal with them signing people? Is that to just keep them under them or something like that? Like I don't understand.
Love. Hey, you know what I just thought of that'd be fun? The Weeknd goes, what? Drake goes, if you came to a concert of mine and just hung out. The Weeknd goes, okay, that sounds like a good idea. Now, at this point, The Weeknd, his face is out and he's a huge sensation, like top upcoming artist at this point. They go on Drake's stage. Drake goes, shout out to my boy The Weeknd. He taking over right now. Fun fact, he might be signing to me very soon. But shout out to The Weeknd. The Weeknd go, what did he say? No, Drake goes, no. Hey, shout out to my dog The Weeknd, bro. Drake says this like 2 or 3 more times just out and about in the city. The Weeknd calls him over and said, Drake, I thought I said I wasn't going to sign to you. Drake goes,
Honeybook makes it look like I'm a
Bruh.
10 of 10 when it's really
Is that what happened, bro?
of being a fool.
oh, you did say that, bro. I must have forgot. My fault. The Weeknd goes, okay, cool, bet. That's a little weird, but
I
I can
forgot to
let
open
it
it
rock.
big. My bad.
The Weeknd goes to a studio session. Drake pops up in the studio session. The Weeknd goes, oh, welcome. Drake goes, yeah, that's cool. No. Hey, what song is that playing right now? The Weeknd goes, oh, this is my song. It's called The Right. Drake goes, oh, let me get the song. Straight up, just like that. Give me the song. The Weeknd goes, well, I am a new artist and I don't want to get on your bad side, so sure. Drake goes, okay, next song. They play the next song. A song comes out called Crew Love. Some of you may know this as a Drake song featuring The Weeknd. Drake listening to it and telling The Weeknd how much he loves the song and how near and dear. Instantly, he felt a heart connection. He says, Weeknd, you know I'm coming out with my album. You coming out with your album. Let me get this song too. The Weeknd go, oh snap. Drake go, don't worry about it. It's gonna be a feature for you. You gonna be on my album, bro. Don't you want to be on a Drake album? The Weeknd go, I do want to be on a Drake album. Drake go, cool, cool, cool. Next song, and this continues throughout the rest.
Bro, that's crazy manipulation right there. Holy, what?
To the night, and before you know it, almost.
So he just
every
takes
song on Drake's Take Care album has The Weeknd's hand in it. Now, this was obviously not doing Drake any favors when it comes to signing The Weeknd. He saw firsthand what Drake does to his artists. So, The Weeknd signs with Republic Records. Drake gets very upset and posts online, you owe me a favor. So The Weeknd goes, a favor? And this seemed to be The Weeknd's last straw. He goes into an interview and says everything I just said. How you think?
I thought The Weeknd didn't do interviews. He went to the interview?
I know that Drake went over to his studio. He tells the world that, hey, Drake be taking people's songs. And this didn't help Drake very much because Drake was getting in trouble for ghostwriting allegations.
Aww.
A lot of other people were coming out saying, yo, Drake is taking my song. Drake is taking my song. Drake is in the rap world. Ghostwriting and the rap world don't really mix like that. But all of a sudden, they're BFFs again. Bygones, bygones, cool. Psych, stupid. Here's where it starts to get wicked. If there's one thing you're gonna learn when you hear the name Drake in the media, is Drake is very insecure and petty. This is no flame. Check this out. So the beef sparks up between him and The Weeknd again for the same reason that the beef between him and Kendrick started. Well, because The Weeknd and Kendrick were rising up very quickly, and he felt that they owed him their careers. He took Kendrick on his first tour ever. Kendrick started getting accolades all over the place from the rap world. This started it up between them. The Weeknd starts getting accolades from the pop world. It was like both of his worlds were collapsing at the same time. But see, the problem is he didn't realize he was competing with a monster. This is The Weeknd about to explode. The Weeknd comes out with a song you probably know called The Hills. It starts to compete with a song from Drake called Hotline Bling. Drake really wants the #1 on the Billboard. He's never had a #1 before. But The Hills just keeps getting in the way.
Are you
Drake
serious?
starts saying stuff like, wow, I
Wait.
made you. And then you're going to come in thinking that you...
What's the other songs on there? What Do You Mean, Beeps? Stitches by Shawn Mendes. Wildest Dreams by Taylor Swift. I don't think I heard any of those. I might have, but I don't know.
So Drake starts saying stuff like, wow, I made you. And then you're going to come in thinking that you own the place. The Weeknd like, who made who? I ain't say no names, but I'm saying I made you. That's all I'm saying. The Weeknd said, Drake, you really don't understand, do you? Drake go, understand what? The Weeknd go, I just finished an album. It's called Starboy. Drake goes, so I release albums all the time. The Weeknd go, you don't understand what this album's going to do. Drake go, you just a regular artist. You not that. Starboy comes out.
I remember Starboy, bro. Starboy was fire.
And it becomes one of the greatest selling albums of all time and propels The Weeknd into top 3 musicians. The Weeknd go, great, my career solidified. Drake go, you not that good. The Weeknd go, all right. Remember when I told y'all Drake took some of my songs before? I forgot to tell y'all, he took half of my original album and put it on Take Care. He took like all of my...
That's crazy. What's the songs? Hold on. Crew Love featuring The Weeknd. I'm going to have to... Shot for me. Take a shot for me. Wow. I'm looking at the play. I'm looking at the whatchamacallit right now. Hold on. Let me bring this over here real quick. So we got Shot for Me. That's Weeknd right there, right? That's Weeknd. He said half. Why they be putting their real names as the writers? I don't know. Maybe I don't. 40. 40 only one. Over My Dead Body is fire. Let's see, that's one. That's two right here. The Weekend Crew Loves. He just talked about that one. Wait. He said half. Unless I'm missing something I don't know about. I don't see. It's up and right. What? I'm trying to look on the writers list. I see Crew Love right here, and I see Shot for Me. Headlines is fire. I don't know why I thought that was gonna Thank Me Later. I only see the two songs. Oh no, here The Weekend right here, The Ride. So that's three. Allegedly, I mean, I don't know. I only see three that he's accredited for, so I don't know. Unless there's other ones that he's just not listed in the writer section on here. Shot for Me, Crew Love, and The Raw. That's crazy. That's crazy. Is this the interview? I thought The Weeknd didn't do interviews.
My songs. Everyone looks at Drake. Drake goes,
Hold on, what?
What you want to do is save hundreds with Liberty Mutual customize.
That's crazy, man. That whole music thing is something else, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It's one of those industries where like a lot of times you need help getting put on, but people take advantage of the fact of like I put you on to where it's like it's better to not even get put on. Like, you know what I mean?
damn, I didn't know he was snitching. You want all of my songs? Everyone looks at Drake. Drake goes, damn, I didn't know he was snitching. You want to be friends again? The Weeknd goes, yeah, I'd love to be friends again. So they become friends again. Now, at this time, The Weeknd was, for those of you that likes to know stuff, Drake likes to squash beef just as fast as he likes to start them. For no reason. He does that all the time. He tried to do it with Kendrick, but Kendrick said no every time. Anyway, moving on. So at this time, The Weeknd was dating a girl named Bella Hadid. Just his type. White, 18. Perfect. They start.
Bella Hadid ain't white. Ain't she like from Syria, Palestine? She from DC? I thought she was Palestinian. Her father's Palestinian American. Okay. Okay, gotcha. Free Palestine, you know what I'm saying?
Dating. They seem to really like each other. They're dating for a good while. They then break up. It wasn't working out. Then The Weeknd goes on to date Selena Gomez. Now, why I'm mentioning this is because Drake sees Bella Hadid one day at a club. He go, ain't that Bella? They said, bro, come on. You know she was just dating The Weeknd. He said, you know I'm grimy.
You know I'm grimy is crazy.
You just made up with The Weeknd, Drake. Oh, he was gone, bro. Him and Bella Hadid left the club together. They was all over the tabloids, all that. The Weeknd clearly hears about this, and he heats up. But Drake takes it a step further. He starts throwing birthday parties for her and all that. Now, The Weeknd then breaks up with Selena Gomez, then gets back together with Bella Hadid.
Why did he get back with her? Why he get back with her? You see her over there with Drake? You should have just kept it pushing or something, bro. Like, why'd you go back to her?
Wow, you back together with her? The Weeknd go, what you mean by that? Drake go, I don't know. I mean, I know her pretty well. That's all I'm saying. The Weeknd starts throwing his disses. Then they become friends again. The same cycle. They'll sneak this. Drake will call him up, be like, yo, why are we fighting, man? And then they'll shake hands. No big deal. But this last time, The Weeknd started it. You see, when he heard that everyone was linking together like the Avengers to make one massive diss track on Drake, The Weeknd said, ooh, let me at him. See, at this point, The Weeknd and Drake are kind of friends, right? But like this guy said, when you start messing around with people's significant others, that's when people will hate you for the rest of your life. So Drake is shocked, appalled, saying, why would The Weeknd with people Drake are kind of friends, right? But like this guy said, when you start messing around with people,
It was Kim who was married to Kanye.
significant others,
Rick Ross's girl. Lil Wayne's girl.
that's when people will hate
That's
you for
crazy.
the rest of your life. So Drake is shocked, appalled. saying,
Drizzy's
"Why
wilding in
would
these
The
streets.
Weeknd come
You wilding in these streets, Drizzy. Drizzy.
for me? We're friends." But it starts to get a little serious. People start going to The Weeknd's manager house, and people start going to Drake's house, and people start getting... Now, they suspect this is all due to the Drake and Weeknd feud, and it would make complete sense. You see, these men have hated each other for the better part of a decade, for almost the same reasons as Kendrick and Drake hate each other. But see, what The Weeknd and Kendrick both have in common is that they're big enough to not back down, and they have those personalities to not back down to Drake. So that's where Drake started getting his little friction. Oh. Well, I think that's all that has to be said. I wanted to stop for a second at the end of this video and say thank y'all so much for continuing to watch the videos. Thank y'all so much for the kind comments that you guys always leave.
For sure, W. I don't even know how to say his name. C. That's crazy. He's at a mill now. Yeah, he's going crazy. I remember seeing his videos first on TikTok. Bruh, if that's all true about Drake, that's tough. That's tough. I knew him and The Weeknd had something, but I was like, how's he beefing with The Weeknd? I didn't even know like the behind the scenes story about none of that. That's kind of crazy. Drake still got bangers though. Drake still got bangers. You know what I'm saying? They might not be from him, but they from him. He got bangers. You know what I'm saying? Weeknd got bangers. Kendrick got bangers. You know what I'm saying? Future got bangers. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got bangers. Everybody's beefing, but everybody got bangers. So I'm like, what?